Hi, sixth grade. Welcome to middle school. I hope you guys are looking forward to your summer vacation. And I wanted to take a minute to make you a really quick video to talk about your summer reading requirements. Um, you should be getting an email from me shortly with all the requirements typed out and organized for you, but I just wanted to make sure they were as clear as can be before you get started. So when you open up that email from me, you're going to see right away that we have a theme for this year's summer reading. And that theme is Who Done It, meaning it's going to be a mystery theme and it's going to be so much fun. We're going to do a lot of cool projects in the library centered around this mystery theme, but we're going to get some of our reading out of the way up front to set us up for those. You're going to see highlighted on this first page in your reading requirements that I'm asking each of you to make sure you get your hands on a copy of a picture book. Now that might sound unusual for sixth grade summer reading, but we're going to do some really cool stuff with this. The picture book I asked you to get is called The Mysteries of Harris Burdick by Chris Van Allsburg. Chris Van Allsburg is a really famous children's author. You guys might have heard of him. He's written like The Polar Express. He wrote Jumanji. He wrote the book The Sweetest Fig. The Mysteries of Harris Burdick is also a really neat book and super unusual because when you open it up, you're going to see that it doesn't really have any words. Instead, it has really strange images on each page, and each image has its own little caption, and it's its own separate mystery. Chris Van Allsburg wanted the readers to invent the backstories to these pictures and to interpret what's happening, and it's a really cool method of reading. So I'm going to give you just a couple of examples so you understand what I'm talking about. On the first page, when you open it up, this is the very first mystery you see. You see that there's a boy asleep in his bed, and it seems like a normal picture until you start to analyze it a little bit more closely, and you'll see these really strange, like glowing orbs in his room. And over to the side, it has its own caption. It says, Archie Smith, Boy Wonder. A tiny voice asked, is he the one? And that's all that we are given. We don't know who the boy is other than his name. Is he the one for what? Who's talking about him? Does it have anything to do with these orbs? We don't know. That's all he gives us. On the very next page, we're given a new mystery. So if you look here, Archie's gone, and we've got this man. He seems scared or angry. He's holding a chair over his head. And down on the ground, we see a strange lump in the carpet. We have another caption. It says, under the rug. 2 weeks passed and it happens again. And that's all Chris Van Allsburg gives us. On every page in this book, it's a new mystery. What I'm asking you to do is to get your hands on this book. Take a few minutes going through each of these pictures and reading each of the captions, and I want you to pick your favorite one. Your first project is going to be writing the backstory for the picture. So you are going to tell the tale of what's happening. Who's the character? What's happening? What happens after this picture is taken? How does everything end up? You're going to write your very own mystery. So make sure it's suspenseful, make sure it's clear, and make sure it's a story. Don't just list out the facts. I want you to actually tell the tale. So that's job number one. If you go back to your reading requirements list, underneath my request for getting this picture book, there's a list of 15 novels. Those are 15 mystery novels that I would like you to select from, and I want you to pick 2. So you're going to read 2 books in addition to this wordless picture book, okay? You can choose other mysteries that are not on that list, but I would like you to make sure that they are mysteries. Just make sure you email me what you'd like to read so I can make sure I can clear that before you get started on your projects. Make sure you choose books that you've not already read and books that you've not AR tested on. These should be brand new books for you. Okay? Pick 2 books and read them. Enjoy them. Mysteries are a lot of fun. They will capture your attention. They will have that suspense. They'll make you want to keep reading. Okay? So pick 2 and finish them. And then I want you to look at projects numbers 2, 3, and 4. So project 1 is about this picture book. Projects 2, 3, and 4 are about the mysteries that you select. Your second project asks you to follow a link to Padlet. If you've not used Padlet before, it's a really easy to use website that asks you, or where I create a writing prompt for you and you get on and respond. So when you click that link, you're going to pull open a page that looks like this. The prompt is called Mysterious Words. You're going to read my instructions and you are going to respond. When you're ready to respond, you are going to go down to the bottom of the screen and you're going to select that pink circle with a plus sign. A little box is going to pop up and you are going to respond in that box. Where it says title, I want you to put your name. And in the box underneath where there's a text option, I want you to respond to each question that I give you. Take your time, give as much detail as you can. Make sure you check your work for spelling, for grammar, for punctuation before you submit it. Your third project is one that you should already be familiar with because we did it earlier this year. And I had asked you to create, about a month ago, the cover for your favorite book. So this was let me get that centered for you. This was my example to you. So a lot of you have already done a project similar to this. I had given you the book cover for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and then I recreated it with photography. I used my kids and my husband to recreate the book jacket for this book. I would like you to select one of the mysteries that you read to recreate the book jacket. I want you to make sure that you include the title and the author, but you can use any method that you want to recreate this book cover. You can use photography like I did, or you could choose to use art. You could draw it or you could color it. You could use Play-Doh or clay. You could use manipulatives like build the scene out of Lego or action figures. However you want to do it is fine. Think outside the box. Just make sure you include the title and the author and then you email that image to me. And your fourth and final project is going to be a lot of fun as well. So choose the opposite mystery of the book you use for your book jacket. And I want you to create a book trailer for your second mystery. This book trailer is going to be very much like a movie trailer. When you think about what movie you want to see at the theater, you probably picked that because you saw a really awesome trailer for that movie, something that captured your attention and got you excited to go see it. You are going to create a trailer for your book in the same vein. So what I want you to do is write a skit for a book trailer, and I want you to star in it. You can film this in a method of your choice. So you can use a device you have at home, either a phone or an iPad. You can use programs that you might be familiar with. So if you want to try to use iMovie or if you want to try to use Slidely, that's fine too. If you don't have access to a device where you can record something like this, you can write and prepare a skit so that you can present it when we're back together again. But however you choose to do it, I want a book trailer from you. I want it to be intriguing. I want it to be exciting. I want it to give us just a little bit of what's going to happen in the book so that I'm excited and your friends are excited to pick up and read it. So I hope that makes sense to you. So you're going to write a trailer, so like a skit. You're going to star in it, and you're going to film it, and you're going to send it to me. You're going to send it to me at sdowney@cdeducation.org. So those are your 4 projects. If you have any questions about them, make sure you email me, and I cannot wait to see your work. It is due our first library class when we are all back together again. I don't actually have that date, unfortunately, because we're still ironing out the schedule for next year and what everything is going to look like. But when we are together again, those are the 4 things I want to see from you. So I hope you have a great summer. Happy reading.